We're up in the Yukon and we're a couple hours from Whitehorse. And on this trip, we will be targeting monster lake trout on Kathleen Lake. Kathleen Lake is located in Kluane National Park, just a stone's throw from Haines Junction. It is an awe-inspiring location and it's an absolute picturesque setting. Joining me on this trip is avid outdoorsman and fellow passionate angler, Mark Dayton. On the first morning, we loaded up our Kingfisher boat and made our way out to the lake. I couldn't help but be awe-inspired by our surroundings. I mean, beautiful, rugged peaks, majestic. I mean, almost like you were in a book or in a movie. It was picture perfect. You felt so small. I'd done a lot of research on this trip, so I had a lot of excitement. You know, Mark had been giving me intel leading up to the trip, and I know he'd been very successful fishing Kathleen Lake, so you never want to get too far ahead of yourself, but you know, I had visions of catching these huge monster lake trout on Kathleen Lake. After launching the boat and getting everything set up, we got our gear in the water so we could start trolling at the north end of the lake.
Welcome to the Yukon, because this is the real Yukon right here.
Wow, that's amazing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Hard to put into words,
Ooh.
eh?
Whoa, the bag of goodies.
Yeah, man. Christmas came early. You want a canoe?
Oh yeah, why wouldn't you?
Feeling good about this one. The nickel brass combo.
That does look good. I think we found a pod of lake trout. So we'll end up jigging eventually, but we're just gonna see if we can pick one up on the troll here, but it looks like we're in a pretty good spot right now. Come join the party, Mark.
I have arrived. I'm in the game. Put me in.
Hammered it. You smoked this thing off of there. A lot of excitement. My heart's racing right now, I'll tell you that. What a beautiful backdrop here, hey? Just absolutely spectacular. I can't really move this guy. Probably 1 or 2 degrees here right now with the wind. Oh, there he is. Nice fish. That's a nice looking fish, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tank.
Yeah, that's a tank. That's an absolute tank.
Wow.
Keep him under the water.
Yeah, that's a beautiful fish, dude.
A beauty.
That's a cranker. There we go. Ready? No.
Yeah.
Oh, not yet. I gotta move his head. There we go. That's a beautiful fish. Oh, hook's right out. Barbless hook, bye-bye. We'll get a quick picture. We'll send this guy on his way. Great fight from this guy. What a fish, man. Look at how thick he is, right down to his tail. All right, we'll get him in right now. I'm just gonna launch him.
He's got lots of life left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's ready already. See ya, bud. There he
Look
goes.
at that.
Yeah, buddy. That was
Nice
awesome.
work.
Wow,
Really
my heart's
nice.
still racing. That's cool. See a lake trout like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that'll warm me up out in this. I'll tell you, that 41-degree water, though, I gotta clean my hands right now. Oh.
Yeah. Cold water, cold wind.
Oh.
June in the Yukon shouldn't be like this, but it's what we're dealing with now, so we're making the best of it. Nice.
Oh. The other thing I noticed up here in the Yukon is the breakfast of champions, eh? Nibs and chocolate bars.
It's a staple on this boat.
Well, you're a high performance athlete, just finished running a 50-mile race, and this is what fuels you, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's 35 grams of carbs per 4 pieces, so I know
Carb loading.
I know that breakdown.
It is tasty, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about nibs this morning. First thing, I'm like, don't think about those things. I can't stop eating them.
As soon as they come out.
Oh, so good.
A lot of times when you're fishing on a large lake, it can be very similar to fishing on the ocean. By that, I mean, you have to break things down into smaller areas about habitat. You're looking for structure on the bottom, so you're constantly using your sounder. where's changes in the depth, like where would be an ideal place for these fish to come up and maybe chase bait fish. Kathleen Lake has a healthy population of kokanee, so this is what these large lake trout are primarily feeding on. So breaking down the water and also the weather patterns as well. I mean, we were in a good sized lake wedged in between these huge gigantic mountains, so you have to be aware of sudden weather changes and wind that can pick up, and that lake almost acts as a funnel between those tall peaks, and that water can get pretty rough out there. I really like the challenge of fishing on a big lake because it brings me back to when I am fishing on the ocean, and it's a matter of breaking things down and hunting these fish.
There we go. Ruby eye wiggler. The lake trout double header. Nice. Well, I think we found them today. They like to roll, hey? Almost like a coho roll on the surface.
On those smaller ones, they definitely do, yeah.
Yeah. Nice 3-4 pounder. Beautiful colors. Nice release here. Just let him, no touch. There he goes. See you, buddy. He's gone.
There we go.
There he is. Man, this fishery up here, what I've noticed for the first day here is, I mean, you don't see anybody. There's nobody around.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, especially midweek. There's not, I mean, the Yukon's not very populated for the square kilometer that we have here, so it's nice to be able to have a lake to yourself like we do today.
It's like your own private lake.
Yeah.
Some good fishing today for us. We've been into them here the last couple hours. And the old ruby-eyed. Just got him on the side there.
Yeah.
He'll be all right. There he goes. Oh. He's gone. Oh, there he goes right there. Straight down.
Yeah.
See you, buddy. Nice. Double header.
The great thing about fishing with an avid outdoorsman like Mark, who likes to hunt and fish, is that you get to eat super well. Back at our cabin where we were staying, Bearberry Chalet, Mark pre-made doll sheet burgers with his secret recipe. Now, I've never had doll sheet before, and Mark was raving about how good it was. I've heard from buddies of mine that it is a great tasting meat, super lean, but still very tasty. So I was pumped up to try these burgers, and we were fortunate enough to be able to eat these burgers later in the day on the boat.
Go ahead, Mo, get the first one.
No, chef is up first. Sharing is
Sharing's caring?
Sharing is caring, but sharing that beautiful sheet meat is greatly appreciated.
It's all, really, I think it gets topped off with the bun choice. Because it's important, and nobody really talks about that, eh?
The brioche bun is game changing.
Oh, the thickness.
Look at that. Can't say I've ever had a doll sheep burger out on the boat before. But I can say, I know I'm gonna love it. Oh yeah. That's dynamite. I don't know if you want to give away what you put in it, but can you give us a little hint?
I can, I'll tell you. In this burger, we've got diced bacon, which I just mixed into the meat. So when I barbecued it, I basically cooked the bacon and the meat at the same time.
Raw bacon.
Raw bacon. Put in some green onion, just a little bit, some diced sweet onion, and then 1 egg white and a little bit of breadcrumbs, and that's all she wrote.
Pretty simple and straightforward. You can really enjoy the taste of it. It's awesome.
The next morning when we headed back out onto Kathleen Lake, we started jigging for lake trout, and we had immediate success. We were using real small swim baits from Lighthouse Lures, and that seemed to be the ticket. These fish were all over these things. But Mark knew of another lake about an hour and a half down the road that was known to have big fish as well. So we figured we'd regroup back at Bearberry Chalet, rest up, and then head out to the second lake. Being up in the Yukon in the middle of June, I feel like I have found the ultimate outdoorsman paradise. The sun doesn't go down. We can fish pretty much 24 hours. We can fish the entire day. This is unbelievable. As you can imagine, I was pretty excited and jacked about that, having the ability to stay out on the water for absolutely as long as you want. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to have this option available to you. I've never experienced anything like it before. This is the ultimate for outdoor adventure.
Well, here we are, a little slight location change, but the crack at 10 p.m. at night, this is unbelievable. This is like a fisherman's dream, dude. Like, are you kidding me right now? It's 10 o'clock. We're like, we're at home at 8 o'clock. We're like, yeah, let's go try for the night bite. Night bite normally is, 4 to 7 maybe. Well, we're gonna fish the night bite from 10 to 12 tonight.
10 to 12, that's what we're doing. Definitely taking advantage of the sun as it's still up a little bit, hiding behind that mountain, but we're gonna use it while we got it.
Well, give her a whirl, man. Like, this might be the first time I've ever caught a fish after 10 o'clock at night before.
Good. It's good to have firsts.
It's always good to have a first.
Good to have firsts.
Let's do it.
Start with some trolling and go from there.
Yes. Well, it's the crack 11:45 p.m. right now. We're fishing till midnight tonight. We just got bit here. Just changed locations. Fishing pretty shallow along shore, about 35 feet. This fish is kind of sulking there a little bit, but
Totally is.
yeah, man. Look at that. Oh, man. Well, we're up at 4:30 today. On the water by 6:15. Pounded it all day. Came home, grabbed a bite to eat. Figured, it's light till 11:45. Sun's down at 11:45. Might as well go out again. Here we are.
This one's sulking for sure.
I know, it's not bad.
Not a huge take, but
Here we are. Oh yeah, he's decent. He's close to 10 pounds. Just put him in the net before we let him go. Nice looking fish. They just like to sulk down there, right? Just bury their heads. Yeah, he's decent fish. We'll take that one.
we'll take it. A little bit of length to that one. Beauty.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Ready? I'll try to walk him. Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's always nerve-wracking when those fish come up and roll right on the surface, dude. Got him in the bag?
Yeah, in the bag here.
Dude, these are nice fish.
Yeah.
Just hold them in the water. That's a pretty good fish. Yeah. Hey? He's bigger than I thought at first.
Absolutely.
That's 10, 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Look at him just smash that thing.
Yeah, that's a good fish, buddy.
Dude, that's a nice, respectable fish. Look
Yeah.
at his head on him, eh?
Yeah.
A little bigger. Super cool. That was a good fight.
Yeah.
Shallow water fight, and he's just, at first I thought he was a smaller fish. He was just, didn't really do much. And then he kind of sounded and saw him at the surface, like, boy.
Yeah.
We got a quick shot of this guy and set him on his way. 39-degree water. I'm not really looking forward to He's spunky. There we go. Quick picture for you. There you go. Got that net? Yeah. There we go, bud. The midnight fish. Ah. All right. Ready? There we go. He's ready. See ya, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Awesome. Oh, look at those cold hands. Holy man.
Woo, that was well worth it.
Awesome.
Oh man, that was awesome. Let's get him back in.
11:45. Let's keep going here. Let's get these down. See if we can pull up another one.
Beautiful fish. Like
Yeah.
10, 12 pound fish there.
Yeah.
Good fight. Look at this backdrop. Like, again, almost midnight. Crazy.
Yeah. Almost midnight. We got still tons
We got a
of
couple
light
more
here.
minutes of light. Let's get him back in right now.
Tons of light left. May as well keep fishing. That's a little sculpin. Not entirely sure its exact name, but that just came out of that lake trout's mouth. Fully intact, so obviously it was feeding.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Get him in.
Doesn't look like an FST to me.
It's a little smaller. He needs to eat a lot of those before
Yeah.
fill him up. Oh, we just hooked up a nice fish here, just moved into a little bit shallower water, but he's just sulking down there. We were gaining on him. Then he just went right back to the bottom again. Of course, as soon as I hook this fish, a squall moves in, blowing wind. My fingers are about to fall off. I was warming them over the moose meat on the barbecue.
We've got a little bit of moose meat and Yukon Gold potatoes ready to go while we deal with this fish here.
My hands are numb right now. Must be nice, eh? Lake trout fishing in the Yukon. 17 hours on the boat yesterday, grinding back out tonight. So much fun though.
Brendan, what are you using there for lure?
Well, we have on a smaller FST, gold or brass silver, but I went totally unconventional, I think, for lake trout fishing up here. I figured, you know what, let's try something outside the box to see if we can get a big fish. And I am running a flasher. And I don't know what happened with this fish. It fooled this fish. Oh, he's coming now.
Got a lot of lake trout days under my belt, and can't say I've used a coho or a king flasher.
We had this fish up, he's going right back down.
Yeah, it's great. Once you're done that, you can hold on to a hot potato to warm up.
I'm gonna be holding on to 2 of them.
Oh boy.
He's a big fish,
Oh
dude.
boy.
Huge fish.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Brendan, what did you just do?
Dude! Look, you can see my breath.
What did you just do?
Look at my hands. They're gonna fall off right now. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm gonna put this in the
my.
rod holder. That is a tank.
Oh my goodness.
A Yukon tank is what we call that. Without a doubt, my biggest lake trout right here. Just an absolute tank of a fish. Oh, look at this thing. Thank you, fish. What a thrill of a lifetime. You know, right at last minute here, landed this huge fish at the 11th hour. We're gonna get him back in the water. Just kind of fooling around. I said, let's try a flasher, and he hammered it. A small FST. Look at that girth on him. What a beautiful fish. All right, buddy. We're gonna send him back. Jeez. I think he's ready to go here. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. He's gone right to the bottom. Yeah, man.
Unreal.
Oh.
Unreal.
Oh, dude.
Buzzer beater.
Like,
Hey?
of course, right? It was so beautiful in here, like flat calm. We hooked that fish. 15 minutes of squall moves in. I can't even feel my hands. Look at them, they're white and numb. But I feel so good.
Oh, a 30-pound lake trout, 35-pound lake trout. Tough to beat.
Dude, what a fight. He came up 3 times and went right back down. I didn't know how big he was at first. He didn't, just until we saw him there in the water at the last minute. Then your heart is like, whoa, look at that fish.
Yeah, a little bit of silty water, so it was tough to see exactly how big he was until he came up, and boom.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
That was
Unbelievable.
awesome.
Awesome job, man.
Thanks, man. That's a fish I'll remember the rest of my life. Whew, yes. That's the Yukon right there, baby.
Now for some moose meat and some potatoes for his hands.
Oh my God. My hand was like shaking, like, oh my God. I honestly can't feel it. Whoa. 30+ pound lake trout. Fresh moose on the Barbie. Oh my God. I feel like I'm in paradise right now. I don't even know. Is it dawn or dusk? I'm so confused right now. We launched this morning, and we were up at 4:30, on the water at 6:15. It's 1 a.m. right now.
It's a big day.
1 a.m.
Big day.
Very big day.
Well, we've been talking about this for a while to get you up here to get you fishing for a long time, and I think we got that today.
We're fishing. We're making up for lost time.
Yeah.
We did a double shift today. I don't even know what to say.
Finished strong.
We finished strong on a nice fish.
Yeah.
Put our time in. We caught a lot of fish today. What an experience.
And what's the plan for tomorrow?
Probably get right back at it. We'll get a little sleep in tomorrow, though.
Sounds good.
A little sleep in. All right, let's get some rest.
I can't even put into words what this experience up here in the Yukon has been like. Having the ability to fish all day as long as you want and having the quality and quantity of fish that we caught, I mean, it was absolutely mind-blowing. That wasn't enough. We capped it off with an absolute monster of a fish right at the end of the night. It was like fishing in overtime, essentially, and this was the game-winning goal. It was a spectacular fish and one that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I want to say a huge thank you to Mark Dayton for hosting us up here in the Yukon in his home territory. He put us on fish right from the get-go. So big thank you, Mark. We had a great time and we look forward to coming back up here and experiencing the Yukon again.